تأثير المرض النفسي على الإنسان خطير جدا. أفلام كتير بترصد الحالات دي، كتير بيفتكروا نفسهم شخصيات ملهمة والمرض بيصور لهم إنهم جايين يعدلوا العالم. يمكن من أبرز النماذج على ده مسلسل مسايا.
فيلم جديد بيناقش نفس الموضوع وله أصل أدبي. الفيلم بعنوان 3 كرايس. الثلاثة المقصودين هم مرضى بفصام الشخصية والجنون ارتياب، كل واحد فيهم معتقد تماما إنه المسيح.
Well, I think it's great. I mean, he's been known to be committed to that for some time and has been doing stuff all over the world on that issue. He's very open to it. And the commitment is real. There's nobody in this room that doesn't have some kind of a mental issue, okay? And even if we don't acknowledge that, we all know people who have extreme problems from time to time. So it's in our world. I mean, it's something we should learn to deal with and learn the best way we can. As John keeps saying, and he's right, is that we have a system now which is warehousing people who have problems. We maintain them. And it's usually to knock them down in some way so they're not going to be a problem for us to deal with. I think as a society, we have to really consider what's our motivation. Are we really here to help people or to just make it easier for us to take care of them?
I arrived at Ypsilanti State Hospital, summer of 1959. I'd left teaching to begin an ambitious study of delusional patients.
This was in 1959 that this was written, but the drugs are better these days. And electric shock is still being used. It's a little more humane how it's used, but it's still, I mean, we still are using the same stuff. The kind of therapy that this shrink does in this film that I'm playing takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. And in the state hospital, they don't have the time and the money to do it.
The reason I'm having these meetings is there can only be one Jesus.
Only one God.
One God, two re-rise Hicks.
When the script was sent to me, I asked people about it and they said, oh yeah, we had read, some people I knew had read the book, which I had never heard about. And then I read the book and then I realized how relevant it was today, because we're still treating anyone with any kind of mental disorder as an outcast of society, and we're not talking to them like human beings. We're giving them drugs and trying to numb them out. So I took to the story because I thought what he was trying to do was really compelling and important work.
It's brave and important what you're doing. You decide if the gains outweigh the obvious risks.
That's my goal, and I think when you see them as people, then you have to treat them as people. And even though they have, a different way of speaking or different habits, who are you to tell them who they have to be, who they can't be? And that's the question, who am I? That's the question that it asks.
Gentlemen, I want one of you to lead each of the meetings. I think we should have a vote.
I nominate Joseph.
All in favor?